Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Aceattorney Trilogy, specifically Trials and Tribulations, specifically Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout, Part 4-1, Trial. We've done all the investigation. It's time for the final showdown with Godot. And lobby number 1.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Everyone is dead, Pearls.
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's going to happen to Mystic Maya?
I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
The miracle never happened.
Oh, I see. So, is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
It's like someone's gonna die in there, but we're gonna force her to be here instead of helping.
Yep. It's horrible. Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
You have to admit, it's kind of strange. Who's saying this?
Gonna assume maybe Edgeworth?
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Hey, I did it!
Edgeworth? What's Iris doing over there?
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Wait, what?
The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard.
Siska von Karma, what are you up to?
I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
Did you forget
What?
Godot telling her to
Then
take a
who
hike?
is? Yeah, but he didn't expect him to actually have the authority to just be like, nope, it's mine. You know?
There you have it.
Who else would it be but Godot?
Godot.
Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
I mean, she was there watching her work on all the things. Maybe she's now going through all the other locks.
She's just
This
doing
guy
all
will
the
be the
possible
hero.
combinations.
Yep.
With any luck, you would have other police officers with her, so each one is working on one lock at a time. So you got...
Yeah, more hands on deck. Better. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She's been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With that head nun's assistance, naturally.
At least there's two people.
We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours.
Hell of an estimation.
I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fervor-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday.
Strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Interesting.
I think you need to go to the hospital.
Maybe you passed your cold onto someone else. Literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner.
Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Dono No, I mean Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. February 10th, 10 a.m. at District Court, courtroom number 7.
Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. I'm back.
Your Honor, what are you...
Who, me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers early this morning.
Oh, wow.
All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Phoenix killed him. Somehow, even though Phoenix wasn't here, he somehow killed him. For I'll be standing in for him.
I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Godot. Understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. Coffee. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So then you mean? Forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant?
Why didn't she discuss this with me first?
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes. First, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's alright, what is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? It's not a meme? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Stoneham?
Is it a meme?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with a cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it. What? Order in the court, order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct.
What? 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat.
Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
That Godot. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket.
Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions?
Iris was covering for someone. No, I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket.
I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Crane tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. Sorry, but main family? I don't know the lore. Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself if need be to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Crane channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey.
Huh?
Wake up and smell the coffee train.
She's naming Maya.
Order in the court! So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I clean up the area to try to protect her.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Maya could never do so.
Shut the hell up. The first refrain from commenting until the appropriate time.
What the fuck, Edgy?
Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected. I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction.
Now Maya's getting accused of murder again.
Now we need to go against our defendant to be like, no, Maya did nothing wrong. The real
murderer. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff.
See.
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. So it was in self-defense? Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I try my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal.
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. The real murder. Okay, anything jump out?
Time to press.
Press everything. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that, on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection!
Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go?
It was in the inner temple's training hall.
Private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There, we all understand how difficult this is for you.
What?
Now then, let's continue with the testimony. Works for me. What did you witness in the temple garden? Well, Your Honor.
You're saying that the victim attacked Maya, Miss Fey.
Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Miss Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time?
Breakdancing.
Why did you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that?
She moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Stoneham tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Fey.
Yes, exactly. Heh. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Lawyer boy?
Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony?
You see, there is this one thing of why would she throw down a staff that was a sick-ass sword?
And then
Pull
pull
out
out
a
a
knife.
random dagger.
We didn't find no dagger, but we did find a sword in her cane, so it's like,
So do we want to bring that up now?
Yeah.
Mayor's way.
There is one thing. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do? But this witness is your own client.
Yes, well, nevertheless, I will defend my girlfriend instead of her.
I will defend my girl's honor instead of her honor. Your honor. That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Okay, now, let's continue. Shut up, old man.
Okay, I guess now...
Now I
for
assume
this-
you now would present to this her sick-ass sword cane.
Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Stoneham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword.
Ah,
If Elise Stoneham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
That was an impressive bit of investigating, Wright. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite inefficient in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. For CQC.
Well,
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
there is something strange about this whole testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright!
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Stoneham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey.
Because she's actually Misty Fey.
I assume this one?
Or would you show her profile just to say
Does
that
her
she's
profile
the
change?
mother?
Yeah, it does say that now.
Yes.
Maya's mother.
Yes.
Moms are never mean to their daughters. It never happened. Elise Stoneham would never have attacked Maya Fey.
Right.
How could you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Stoneham. Her real name was Misty Fey.
She was Elise pseudonym, Fey. No. Not Mr. Fey. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to...
Misty Fey is the master of the crane channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Are you serious? Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Is Elise Donham actually the great Mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter when she hadn't seen in 17 years. Or maybe she just didn't know it was her daughter, you know. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing.
Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However,
It's natural for people to just decide to stab each other for no reason. But then
girls will be girls.
Then I point out they're related, and then suddenly it's like, you know what,
Women, am I right? In light of some facts that have just been presented.
Girl
The
boss.
judge is like, I'm starting my misogyny arc. One, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight. And two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that isn't possible. Except for one little thing. Yes, what is this one little or possible thing? Heh, you still don't get it? You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps.
Get to your point.
I heard this witness's confession this morning. She said I'd taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Going to ruin your health, my friend. Anyway, after hearing the woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
The dagger of 87.
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it.
Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene.
Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? The pine tree?
Yep, that's a pine tree, alright. That bonsai tree, that's a pine tree. So it's a weird looking pine. This dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. You could just call it a bonsai. We would understand in America what it is now. The last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Heh. Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning. Just I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee.
Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago?
I downed a few in the time. I get antsy when I interview women with that build. Call it an old habit. I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed in such short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately.
Dagger found behind a tree in the inner temple garden. The blood is being
While we're at
analyzed
it, why don't
now.
we give them the sword too and let them test that? Since
Yeah.
told everybody what it is now. Now then, testimony we just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. You girls never lie, ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor? I don't know what's happening.
About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women. We love a good cat fight.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got hit in the head and just forgot everything.
It's like, bro, where am I? I don't know what's happening.
The battle.
It was the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Mr. Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Silly Mystic Elise was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
It's a picture of it. That needs to happen.
Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
It was a very heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable.
It's true, Maya did not recognize her mother when she saw her, but
No, then Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
hopefully, Maya, who's looked the same her whole life, she would recognize her, but...
The battle. Anything jump out, you want to press everything.
May as well press and just get the sweet lore.
Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all this?
What do you mean?
Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle.
I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden stone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so I think that's why they didn't see me.
So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck?
She did dodge strats. She dodge rolled away.
She dodged and parried.
What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated.
That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger.
Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike. The Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. At some point, Mystic Maya picked it up.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet.
What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her?
You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim.
Yes. Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
Still can't believe it. The
How
idea
can
of
Maya do
Maya
this?
cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly.
Maybe if they had burgers. As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Just quote Metal Gear Solid.
I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified.
It's not over yet, Wright.
Your animal analogies have grown tiresome.
You were the one who started it.
Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next?
She's dead. Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost?
Almost certain mean it wasn't certain. No. The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
We know that Maya Fey was at the Inner Temple that night. And that the woman that was killed was Elise Donham. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who?
I don't have anything to counter that yet.
Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyway, go back to the previous, maybe. Or,
I guess
oh, we're still going.
The two of them faced each other for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
She was stabbed in the stomach, huh? Despite being stabbed in the back, according to the autopsy.
Yes. She did that sick Yakuza stab heat action and just shanked her right in the stomach.
I see.
Then the smile and quite pull out of the blade.
So should we say this one's blood stabbing back? Or is it, wait, the first one before that mentioned she was back to the stone lantern? Does that mean that we throw it at that one? Which one do you guys think?
I would say the one that shows the picture.
Okay.
Because it's literally telling you, like, this is what she's saying happened. It's what doesn't work with this picture.
Objection!
Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
Ah,
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Heh, it's simple. People are like books. They've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind.
Objection!
Yo, please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already. The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter. And now, she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it?
well, it's just...
Yes, me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
What do you mean?
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all of the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said? Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself! Witness was quite ambiguous with her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. Aziz, light! By the way, did you know? Azakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly? Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, On the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Most enlightening. Get coffee just to slam it. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite?
No!
Order, order, order! Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Pulls it out of his pocket. Maybe it'll rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
Stone lantern, the lantern from the inner temple garden, was not lit the night of the crime. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern? There's something written on it. Why, it's written in blood.
Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet.
Written in blood? It says Maya upside down. What the? Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered and stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her. The blood that was draining out of her body. It certainly looks that way.
Objection!
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean, what are we all talking about?
Talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he meant by that.
And also when couldn't see the supposed blood stain on Maggie's uniform.
Which was actually ketchup. But yes.
Oh. So
Can't
maybe it's
see
blind.
red.
Poor guy can't see red on white.
Yeah.
Just like he couldn't see red-white of Bluethorn.
So he blames Phoenix for it. That makes more
He
sense.
blames the blue person. In case this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark. And that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot? Okay then. Let's move on.
Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose.
It has now been established that Miss Donum was killed by Maya Fey.
That's just wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. He said the thing, his catchphrase, we're all ears. No.
Sister Iris's cover-up.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Crane tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... used the shishishito to alter the way the wound looked.
So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donum was actually Misty Fey. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But you were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Well, and you know the bridge was on fire.
The story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with the cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This. Sister Iris, anything jump out or just press everything?
Guess just press everything until we see something that makes us go, wait a second!
Wait a sec. So you
What's the
waited.
timeline?
What'd you say?
It's like, what's the timeline?
Yeah. So you waited until everything was over before making a move. What time is all this happening at?
No, it's not like that.
Objection!
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. Not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument?
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done.
So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
Why did you do that?
I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
Moved your body all by yourself?
Yes, I did.
Very inconsiderate of that Maya Fey. She didn't even help you cover up her murder.
Would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
The snow, huh?
I dragged it behind me all the way across the bridge.
It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age. It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? Yeah, why? That would have been a way better way to cover it up. Would have been much easier
a lot
to
harder.
get all the way to Hazakura Temple. Just throw it in the river and then, like, they'd be like, huh, guess she left.
All this planning for what?
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
And in the river, it would end up a lot further away.
Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
It's just like, I'm taking this as
It's like,
fact
that's
for now.
bullshit, but I believe it.
The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? About the snowmobile or about the tracks? Which one?
About the snowmobile. I guess we're gonna have to ask both, but
Let's start with snowmobile. Let me hear more about the snowmobile ride.
Well, it was very cold that night. So I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge.
Objection!
I'm sorry, witness. But now, I've got a problem with your testimony. Excuse me?
Godot, what are you up to now?
This is my cross-examination. No. That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple. Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates. Let's recall her comments on the subject.
Maybe. But when I made it back to Hazakura Temple,
I was fighting the urge to try to do a bikini impression as Godot, and I was like, no.
it was there, by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean.
Snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
They did our job for us.
Order, Mr. Godot! Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony? I am a defense attorney. Say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Yes, maybe she didn't see it.
You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right.
Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just... you better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Yes, sir.
What was that all about? Why would Godot want to give me a hint?
Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. You transported the body by snowmobile all the way to the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
Yes, I thought that way Mr. Kamaya would never be suspected. That's what I thought, anyway. And then
Should we press more or try to...
I mean, I guess we can press and ask about the tracks, just to
get all the info?
just to see if they give us anything cool.
About the tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Oh yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride?
yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
You see, snow was still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Get it added to your testimony.
When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. So it makes sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All
I'm
will
just
be made
meaning.
clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
This should be fun. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
Okay.
And now we just gotta look at our weather and crap.
Other data. Snow from 7 to 10, and the lightning struck at 10:45, so the bridge should have been on fire already before the snow stopped.
Yes.
So throw this
The fact
out.
that you didn't mention a bridge burning at all. A little like, huh. So you just casually walk across the bridge.
Was that the right evidence to throw, though? I don't know.
Apparently not.
The bridge. The bridge was on fire.
Like, Your Honor, take a look at Larry's sketch.
That's again, he says.
I mean, it does show it on fire, but I don't think that's what they'll get out of it if I show it. Maybe we just
What
press
about
it.
this ball that was still in the snow a little bit?
That's true, actually. Alright, she'll throw that at it. Maybe the ball is the answer. Orb of confusion. Doesn't mention that it had snow on it.
Objection!
Fail.
Take a look at this sketch. Maybe we just have to press the statement,
Yeah,
and that's what
maybe you
the
gotta
answer's
press
for.
it, and then they'll automatically wanna give us information.
Hold it!
There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I think I've trapped her this time.
I see how you think. Snow, huh? What is going on here?
The snow really had stopped by the time of the murder. I mean, there's a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Grid, Revelations.
Matrix Revelations.
The
Matrix is a grid, so yes.
The Grid Revelations, a bigger hole than Matrix Revelations.
Phoenix did not like Matrix 3. It insists upon itself. No. Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather, at the end of your index finger. What the hell?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of.
So it makes it really seem like, okay, we're supposed to...
Maybe we throw it at this, and now that the other statement just exists, we'll be able to do it.
Yes, now that we have context. It can be like, the bridge was burned down.
Let's do this.
Objection!
Okay,
Yes.
now that's the answer.
Just messed with us
Gotta
all.
be clever with it. You claimed that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge, it was on fire? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It's because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't. It can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
No! Order, order, order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying, and I will find you in contempt of court. You have anything to say for yourself?
Objection!
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man. Me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
What?
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Donham was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Donham's body.
He makes a good point on both accounts.
That's right, I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
Objection!
You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
Objection!
It's only human to err. This was perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. Somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
Looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. See what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
She said she crossed a bridge that was on fire. She didn't even know it was
She
on
got
fire.
across the bridge, so clearly she did it. All right then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more. Fire or no fire, they ended up across the bridge.
Oh, what, Your Honor?
It did that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony? Moving the body.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? Your Honor, take a look at the sketch.
Behold, the way
Larice
to-
Donham,
Okay.
original. So it's just a misunderstanding, I see. It's the photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken in the morning after the incident. Certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Ski bridge photo taken the morning after the crime. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. I've already proven my
Trapped.
loyalty is to her, not to my defense.
I'm only gonna say it one more time. It is only human to err. And only humans can spot the errors of her ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
All right, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
My goodness. Judge is laying down, this is the end.
Said I'm bored. All right, Hail Mary, throw Larry's sketch at the last statement. You're like, oh yeah, that bitch flew.
Objection!
Oh god, I can't
A
believe
dead body
that
flying over a
actually-
burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What? You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Monsters! Who is it? Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack and go, go, go. Miss Elise Stonham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurie Stoneham.
Brilliant, highly gifted apprentice.
Remember what he said in his testimony. That night he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? You're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument.
Uh-oh, the judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket.
Well, Wright, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does the sketch prove anything?
Okay, it does not look that bad.
I mean, we have a Pearl. She couldn't draw that, so point is moot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, it does have
Sure,
some
he's-
decent fire effects. I mean, the
Yeah.
perspective on the bridge is kind of meh, but just looks like a bunch of lines. But
Bridge, so it's like lattices.
yeah,
I played a lot of Bridge Simulator Flash games, Nick. It's all about the triangles, dude.
Those games are fun.
yeah.
You gotta
I made your little
trust,
car get to the other side.
trust in the trusts.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. I was there when these tricks were invented. Now, I taught those tricks to your master. No, you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch?
Upside down. Why did Godot say that?
Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory.
Let me say before I present my theory in case I'm wrong.
Turn the sketch upside down, he says. What exactly is sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whisker Face is going to forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. Sketch drawn by Larry Stoneham is evidence of nothing, a complete contradiction, or exactly what happened.
I mean, clearly it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we're going along with this line of thinking. We have
Like,
to.
this is exactly what happened.
It'll be a
commit.
complete contradiction, and then it's like, oh, because this. It's like, well, it's all a matter of perspective, you know.
Exactly what happened. Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh! Okay, maybe that was the wrong answer.
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
Whoa! That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air? Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet.
I wish they had.
Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time.
There must be some way. I just know it. There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
All right then, the witness will now return to her testimony. Yes, Your Honor.
I guess we'll reload because we want to go.
Wait, well, I don't
You
know.
want to keep going?
I mean, just see if it truly does bring us back, just to make doubly sure. Okay, so yes, now let's go back. Just make sure you don't hit yes, and then Phoenix is like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Just,
I guess it's a complete contradiction.
yes.
Question mark?
Follow 4 responses, be like, it's like, what does this actually mean?
Yeah. Something is obviously funny about the sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Laurie Stoneham stated it over and over. that the sketch was exactly as he saw it.
Look at how he saw it in this Mind Palace image.
However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality? This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Wright, so what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? Take a look at the picture of the bridge that we just got from Godot.
Fortunately, I cannot.
Oh. Well then.
But the supports were like on the bottom part of the bridge, right? Not the top.
Yes.
So maybe I point at one of those.
Yes, so point at the supports. Because the supports don't go into the sky, they go under the bridge. Meaning this image is upside down.
It's this wire connected to the bridge.
A wire?
Oh my god, she wasn't flying.
Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
And show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Show us something, I'll point out how the sketch contradicts reality. The picture. Now we can look at it first.
Here, look at it first, though. See, they're below.
Yes, 'cause they are below. Yeah, above.
He actually drew it upside down.
Because he keeps showing us this picture of him looking at it with his head back, so that's what he saw, but he was looking at it upside down to begin with. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for me. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
What? Order! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the audience just saw it wrong? Or perhaps he just drew it wrong? Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
With someone like Laurice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited.
Ain't that the story of my life?
He waited and waited, and he finally laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Laurice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ah! No way.
Laurice Dotem witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down.
Really is an aceattorney. He's actually calling Laurice this entire time. So then, the sketch should actually...
Yeah, unlike Edgeworth, Phoenix actually respects name changes.
Or, you know, wants to make his client sound more professional and better.
Yeah, he's trying to make him be like, no, this I need him to be
artist, Laurice Dotem. When a sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurice Dotem's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum.
Ridiculous. Order. All the things to say. A pendulum?
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done.
Objection!
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? The Esky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
Objection!
The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? Take a look at this photograph.
Yeah, look, there's ropes attached
Look at this
under here.
rope
One
that's
of them was
broken.
taken off from the other end. If it was on fire and one of them like snapped, you'd think at least another one would snap or something, not just one perfectly that was attached to the other
The
side.
thing that made Franziska think that it was a port.
Yeah.
But it was all wrong.
Meaning of this is...
If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Ah, my beard. This is one of the wires from the bridge. Just start screaming blood murder.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire. One of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so he tied the wire around Ellie Stoneham's body.
Free bird.
The animation,
Whee!
and that's where the orb was found on the other side, is right in that area.
And why she fell 10 feet after death.
Because there
She
was
got
simply
freaking yeeted.
she got yeeted over there. Because there was simply no other way to move the body.
Mr. Godot!
Just drowning himself.
Seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Objection!
Possible or impossible, that's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Wright, I wonder if you could prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence the body was swung over like a pendulum? Would be like the falling after death.
Be the falling after
Yeah.
death.
Yes, that would be my first step, would be the autopsy.
Yeah, and then there's
We're even
this, but
talking
this
about
doesn't
a
even
10-foot.
mention
Yeah.
specifically where's. We'll do
feel
this,
this
followed
is the
by
main
the
bit,
orb if
And
need
then
be.
the other, yeah.
I haven't saved in a while, so I'll have to take the loss if we get it wrong.
It's fine.
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. We wouldn't go into a review if it was not the right answer, right?
So anyway, here's my badge.
According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was pushed from this point here. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elise Donham's staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. Crystal was found.
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have moved that night. Impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Mr. Wright? I thought this cold coffee might help you cool down. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trent. But you forgot about one thing. Oh, and what would that be? The aroma.
Huh?
The coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
The rest of the court doesn't speak coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more?
The criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say. And naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. An accomplice? The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, trite? Godot's correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it as a current temple without an accomplice.
I'll let you do it.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright.
Quick, do a save.
I mean, obviously, it was Iris, because she is the one who was stabbing the body in the courtyard, so must have been her.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what else could it be? I mean, she's admitting that she's an accomplice. She just didn't.
She's
do it
just
so much as-
accomplishing the wrong thing, apparently. So according to what she's saying now, she was on the other side and was trapped there because of a burning bridge. So it's like, But no, it was Iris.
It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? But I
don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with their bad back, Sister Bikini can never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Objection!
also the only one who had the key. Trite. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the Inner Temple Garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
Objection!
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. And when we arrested her, that's the side she was on, not the other side.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred, meaning something you should have already known. I pointed out that this is possible, so now it is a fact.
It is real. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What?
Oh.
How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Objection!
Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial.
This isn't
Why her whole
Iris.
demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
Mia Fey.
Good dope.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
the dead one. So your hair doesn't change when you get channeled. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Just brings it up. I carry this with me always.
So I'll never forget.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
Beat color.
But, damn, I looked good back then. No. No, but according to
Still
this,
had like one
Exactly.
brown hair left.
just one hair on the tip of his head. Hawthorne is already dead. I killed her myself. The execution was carried out last month. So what? That has no meaning in this courtroom. What? Look around, old man. I'm dead. He usually has assistants that are dead people. Everybody's dead. You're the only one alive, Judge. Order.
Phoenix just takes an eye out. I'm
Wait a
tired.
moment. And also the fact that it's like this animation. Iris never used it once, but Dahlia uses it, and now she's using it today, which she didn't the whole other rest of the case.
And she hasn't done the blushing.
And she hasn't blushed because she has no soul. How can you? My sister, she's already dead. What kind of...
Objection!
You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the crane channeling technique flows within that body.
A crane channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone? On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister Iris was?
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
Objection!
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
Objection!
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fey. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
2 of them?
Even the
It's
time
getting
of
out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
Which means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely when Dahlia Hawthorne.
Objection!
You even know what you're saying, Triton? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What? I don't believe you.
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. You're meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled. Would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Free bird. Freaking staff stabbed through her body. It's just flung. It's later that the body was moved by pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. Can't deny any of that.
Ooh, thank goodness.
She's blushing. That means she's
Blush.
real again.
Oh my god. It was all a prank. Looks like he's finally convinced.
Or she heard us talking about the power of the blush. and
It's just
immediately turned it
Godot's
on.
raw sexual energy. Now she's blushing. No.
Something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Heh. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous? Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia? Somehow switch places? Switch places? Thanks for the idea, Godot. I believe so. No, to be perfectly honest. There are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know. But unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? There was a certain earthquake, because a certain stupid prosecutor let her get away. All
And then
because
she
of his
ran away to
childhood
go-
trauma. No.
She ran away to go check on Maya and a thing, and then when we got there were more locks on it, and then she was just standing there. There was one.
Remember me, sister, and they fought to the death. Oh, well, Edgeworth's just rolling around on the ground.
Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
No. What do you mean?
What I mean
Edgeworth
is,
tried to hide it. No.
there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was...
Miles Edgeworth. Just freaking Miles loses his job.
An old friend sent to be number one at the DA's office, studies foreign judicial systems now. I see. Throw him under the bus.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
Earthquake? How the hell should I know?
An earthquake. Oh my goodness. The inner temple. This kind of tremor might.
The nuke went off.
How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
So that's why her answers all seem to be different when we talked to her then. That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, she said she hated his guts.
Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling in.
Be quiet, is somebody? Ah.
Dahlia mode engaged. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice! Guess I have to ask again. On meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne, in my current profession, permanently retired. Burning in hell. So you're not gonna bother hiding your true identity anymore, huh? Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Pulls out a gun.
What is going on here? Shoot whoever I am right now?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this.
Finally say all those things I thought to say to you in the shower. All those comebacks. Now,
But this time, I'll end it for her and for myself.
pulls out the sword and just charges.
To be continued.
Dun dun.
That's rough.
Nice extended
It's
episode.
rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
There we go.
All right. Probably end right there.
Everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.